Welcome back. Asparagus season is here, but not for long. So, here with some recipes that will spotlight the savory spheres is Jeff Richards. Good to see you, Jeff.
Hey, thanks for having me. Great to be back.
Hey, Jeff, let's talk about the sort of divisive nature of asparagus. Some people love them, some people hate them. I myself hated them as a child, but have learned to love them. My son loves them. I want to know, what is it that you think is so special about asparagus?
Yeah, I love asparagus. I think asparagus is a really versatile vegetable. It goes really, really well with acidic foods, buttery foods, savory foods. You can roast it. You can throw it in a pan. You can boil it. You can batter it. You can kind of do anything you want with asparagus. It has a great vegetal taste, sweet, a little bit bitter. Most people love it, and we're kind of in asparagus season right now, which is really, really cool. So we should celebrate it and cook a lot with it while we have it.
When we think about asparagus, Jeff, we think about the green type of asparagus, but how many different types are there and how are they different?
Yeah, there are three types of asparagus. So you kind of have this asparagus that you see at the grocery store a lot in North America, which is our green asparagus. And then in Europe, you have predominantly a lot of white asparagus. The reason it's white is because it's grown underground, so it doesn't get any chlorophyll. So it doesn't get that beautiful green color that you see, which also makes it very brittle and also more expensive, but super delicious. And then you have purple asparagus, which is fantastic. Really, really good raw because it's nice and sweet and delicious. But once you kind of cook with it, it turns green. So it's kind of a thing you want to eat nice, raw, delicious, in like a salad, which is really, really cool, but predominantly found in Europe as well. But fantastic.
People have methods, Jeff, on how they go about picking their fruits and vegetables, whether it's the squeeze test or whatever they might do. How do you go about picking the best asparagus?
Yeah, asparagus should be nice and bright colored. It should be really firm. The top should be closed together. Nothing should be wet. Nothing should be discolored. It should just be nice and firm. Big, beautiful colors.
Well, we're excited to check out your recipes. And the first one that you're suggesting involves using raw asparagus, which I've never tried before. Talk about the Caesar salad that you made.
Yeah, this is a really great way to celebrate a fantastic ingredient like right now, which is asparagus through May and June. So it's all about having this asparagus nice and raw, peeling it in nice, gorgeous ribbons, and this great avocado Caesar dressing, which does nothing but like kind of enhance the asparagus. Super creamy, acidic, delicious, topped off with some roasted almonds just to give it that crunch along with the raw asparagus. But yeah, super delicious, and it's a showstopper. Great as a salad, kind of like a slaw, great in the middle of the table. Really, really good.
I have a question about prep work in terms of an asparagus. Ever since I've started buying and eating them, I take them out, I wash them, and then I do the snap. And then I discard the bottom part of it. Is that something, like, I think I've been told at some point that that part is too tough to eat, but am I doing it all wrong?
No, you're not doing it wrong. It is a little bit tougher to eat. Like when you get kind of the bottom here, it's a little woody. It's not as delicious as the rest of it. So when you kind of like take an asparagus, it will naturally break where it wants to break. So you can discard this little bit, and you use this guy to do all your cooking with. But no, you're absolutely right. The bottom is not as great as the rest of the asparagus.
Tell us how you made the salad, Jeff, and got those gorgeous ribbons.
Absolutely. When you want to do the ribbon salad, which is really, really easy, you take yourself a vegetable peeler. I really like the Y vegetable peelers that look like this. These have better surface area. And you basically just want to take your asparagus and start from the bottom, the part that you don't eat, and you work your way up. And then as you're going, you'll get these gorgeous ribbons, just like that. And you'll even get a bit of the top. The top will be nice and shaved as well. And then you dunk them into ice cold water. And the reason we do it in ice cold water is because it'll give some character to the asparagus. It'll make them curl like really, really nice and pretty. But also it'll make them a little more malleable. So when you eat them, they're not super, super raw. They'll feel like they have been sort of blanched or boiled really, really quickly. But it gives us some character and it gives us some crunch as well. But super easy. Vegetable peeler, take your time, get some nice ones. That's a really good one. And build your salad. And then you basically take some egg yolks, some Dijon, avocado, 4 anchovies, a little bit of garlic. Blend that all up and emulsify with some canola oil. And then you have this gorgeous Caesar salad dressing. And then in a dry pan, get some almonds, roast them off really nice and quickly and get them nice and colored. You can use whole almonds, just crush them up, or you can use slivered almonds, really, really nice. Build your salad nice and big, toss it in the dressing, almonds everywhere, And it's really, really good if you put a poached egg on top. Fantastic for like brunch. Fantastic for just like as a little side as well. Really, really good.
So next up, you've got something absolutely amazing, and that is asparagus fries. Who knew? I'm so excited about this. Do tell, Jeff.
Asparagus fries, really, really cool. It's a really nice, healthier way to eat some French fries because we can't just like eat those all the time. It's a really great way to get the kids as well to eat some vegetables, which is really good. It's very, very simple. You do your 3 compartment. So you have your flour, you have your eggs, and you have your breadcrumbs. You know, in the flour you have some dill weed. In the breadcrumbs you have some Parmesan or pecorino. And you take your asparagus and you dip it into the flour. Then you dip it into the egg. Then you dip it into the breadcrumb. Line them all up on a baking sheet and roast them in the oven until they're nice and golden brown, cooked through 425, 15 minutes. And then in a bowl, you want to mix together some dill and some honey, white vinegar, some mayo, salt and pepper, and it's an amazing little dipping sauce that goes perfectly with these asparagus fries. Really, really good.
I love when you say fries, and I love when you say dill, but the honey and dill together, I'm not so sure about. I would try it if you offered it to me. But in case people are a bit wary of that idea, is there any other dipping sauces you would suggest?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're not a big fan of that kind of thing, you know, like have some ranch, blue cheese, plum sauce, you know, ketchup is fine. You know, you can dip it in anything you want, barbecue sauce, just, you know, the world's your oyster with these asparagus fries. But I really recommend trying out the honey dill. I think it's really good. Dill and asparagus are best friends.
Let's say you buy a bunch and you want to kind of spread it out. What's the best way to store it in order to preserve its asparagus-ness?
Sure. Yeah, like the way you find your asparagus at the grocery store when it's like kind of standing up straight and a little bit of water and like a flat dish, that's the best way to store it. Wrapping it up and throwing it in the fridge, you might get some condensation in there. It might get too wet, which causes it to kind of rot and go brown and not very nice. So store it, you know, by the side of the window, standing up, a little bit of water, top the water up every so often if you notice it's getting a little dry, and just let them hang out. They'll be totally fine, very happy there. It's the best way to store them.
Okay, you may have left the best to the last because up next is a goat cheese, bacon, asparagus tart. Tell us everything we need to know about this.
I love this dish. You got to treat it like a flatbread or a pizza. So basically what you want to do is you want to buy some puff pastry. Buy it from the store. Don't even bother trying to make it. It's a pain. If you get lucky, you can buy those perfectly already like square sheets. And if you're unlucky, you can just kind of roll it out to about 1/4 inch to the size that you want it, like a nice rectangle, a nice square, like the one you see here today. And you want to pop that in the oven for about 10 minutes, get it like nice and pre-cooked golden brown. And while that's cooking, in a pan, we have some asparagus and some bacon kind of going. And then we mix together in a bowl, some goat cheese, lemon zest, some Parmesan, salt, pepper. And then after 10 minutes, we take our puff pastry out and we kind of build it from there. So you can do this like big dollops of goat cheese everywhere. You can spread it wall to wall, throw your asparagus on top, some bacon on top, and finish it back in the oven for like another 10, 15 minutes. And it comes out super crunchy, delicious, buttery. It's lighter, so it's a nice like lunch option. And then just cut it up and enjoy. It's super, super delicious. I love this dish a lot.
So when it comes to the puff pastry you mentioned, how soon before you're prepping the dish should you take that out of the freezer?
Take it out the night before. You have to give it time to relax and to thaw out properly. So pull your puff pastry out the night before you want to use it. Yeah.
Jeff, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here and sharing these delicious recipes. We are hungry, to say the least.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
All of these recipes will be up on our website after the show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.